Welcome back to a new video. Today, gonna be dropping some crazy sauce. This is a very unique sample. Turn it into a drill beat. I'm just gonna show you how to make unique samples similar to this, and then I'll quickly break down the drums on here. So starting with the piano, Analog Labs, the preset piano strings ensemble with the MIDI keyboard. Laid in these chords, and I recorded 16 bars, the second 8 bars, the exact same chords. But you can see here, there's some notes that aren't in there, just sort of like a little bit of a switch up section. And then just on effects here, we've just got a reverb, delay, and 2 EQs taking out some of the lows. Let's hear it. So pretty smooth piano sound actually, it's quite nice. And then from there, I pitched it up 6 semitones, and then I've got a folder of presets on my computer. They're like digital guitar pedals. And this is one of them. This one's called the Sean Special. As you can see here, it's just heaps of EQs, really basic. And I adjust these depending on the sound just to get the type of sound I want. Reverb, more EQ, more EQ. Lots of it's just EQ to be honest. EQ, and then this patcher thing. Not going to go into the details there. And then also the gross beat, it does a form of half timing it. But here's what the piano sounds like right now with those new effects on it. So as you can hear, piano sounding sick, real vintage. That's it for the piano. Moving on. We're using a vocal from Aura called Moving On. I just pitched this and stretched it to fit. Then I actually put another variation of the Sean Special on this track. Again, the exact same EQs. Lots of it's very, very similar. I put a super plate on this one. There's a new plugin from Sound Toys. All right, so here's the vocal with all of those effects on. You'll hear later that I ended up just chopping a little part from it. And moving on, I'll show you the part that I ended up chopping from that. I just rendered it out with the effects on, and then just adding an EQ, take out some of the lows and highs. Here's the final chop from that vocal from Aura Vocal Bundle. If you want sick vocals like this, check out link in the description. Go get some sick vocals for yourself. Here's what it sounds like. That's one of the vocals that were used in the sample. The second one, another vocal from Aura Vocal Bundle. This is a vocal sample in the vocal sample folder. Let me just quickly show you, give you some insight to what it's like. So Aura Vocal Bundle, got dry vocals, vocal hits, runs, phrases, samples, textures, you got it all there, link in the description. Same thing on this vocal. I put it through that same mixer track. Same one as the piano actually. Even though I'm not showing you what's on the gross beat, I showed you everything else, and the gross beat's basically a halftime. So to get a similar sound, basically just copy this mixer track and then just put halftime on gross beat, or halftime if you've got the actual plugin. But anyway, I'll play this vocal and then show you how I ended up cutting it up. With that, I rendered that out with the effects on, chopped it up, as you can see here, bar by bar, randomly chopped. Cool sounding parts. Looped the 4 bars. For effects on here, we've just got a fruity reverb, an EQ taking out lots of those highs, delay, and another EQ, pretty much the exact same. Here's what the vocal sounds like. Alright, so now we've got the piano with the two sections. We've got two vocals. The final layer is the piano again with complete new rack of effects to make it sound different, and it's also pitched up. So with the piano, I had this track here. It had Fruity delay on it. This EQ and a spreader, just making it real wide. And then I routed the main piano to that track, as well as pitching it up a full octave. So here's what it did sound like. So I ended up with this, and I did it for the full 16 bars of the piano, so it ran through 16 bars with this high version. Put it straight back onto that same track, so it had that EQ, the spreader, and the delay again, so it doubled up on it. And here's what the piano sounds like finally. And then as you can see there as well, I offset the start, so it came in after this piano hit, just to give it a different bounce. Alright, so that's the whole sample. I'll play it all together now, and then we're gonna quickly jump into the drums. Quickly moving on to the drums. Nothing too crazy going on here. Simple beat actually. I'm gonna just break down each layer one by one and then the beat all together. And those are all the drum elements. Pretty simple NEMZZZ type vibe. Hopefully you took away something from this. Hopefully you can use some of those techniques in your own samples. Here's the final beat, sample, everything all together.